What's up, everyone? I'm so happy you could join me today because we're going to talk about borderline personality disorder and stonewalling. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, you must, because I want you to join the ranks of the enlightened ones who know the secret to eternal happiness, watching hilarious cat videos. So today we're going to talk about borderline personality disorder and how they stonewall. Now, before you argue with me and say that people with BPD don't stonewall, is the concept of BPD stonewall a groundbreaking revelation or a controversial twist? The validity and implications of BPD stonewalling have sparked intense debates within the mental health community, while some argue that it sheds light on a previously unnoticed aspect of borderline personality disorder. Others question its credibility and potential harm. So join me as we unravel the complexities surrounding BPD stonewalling and explore the controversy that surrounds it. Are we witnessing a breakthrough or a dangerous misconception? The answer might surprise you. Borderline personality disorder is a mental health condition characterized by difficulties in regulating emotions, unstable relationships, and a pattern of intense and impulsive behavior. Stonewalling, which refers to shutting down or refusing to engage in communication or discussion, can be a coping mechanism used by individuals with BPD. Imagine a scenario where someone with borderline personality disorder experiences an intense emotional episode. In this situation, BPD stonewall refers to the tendency of the individual to emotionally shut down and become unresponsive, effectively stonewalling those around them. This can manifest as a complete withdrawal from communication, refusing to engage in conversations, or even displaying avoidance behaviors. The reason behind BPD stonewalling can vary. One possible explanation is that individuals with BPD may feel overwhelmed by their emotions, leading them to shut down as a form of self-protection. The intense fear of abandonment, coupled with a pervasive sense of emptiness, can make it challenging for them to express their emotions or engage in healthy communication. Additionally, BPD stonewall may also stem from a fear of rejection or a belief that their emotions and needs are unworthy or invalid. This can lead to a defensive response of shutting down and refusing to engage, as they may anticipate criticism, judgment, or abandonment. I mean, think of it as if you don't have borderline personality disorder, we all can get defensive when someone disagrees with us or they are saying something critical or judging us. So heighten this times 10. There are a few reasons why someone with BPD may stonewall you. Number 1, fear of abandonment. People with BPD often have a deep fear of being abandoned or rejected, and it's so not fun. Stonewalling may be a way to protect themselves from feeling vulnerable or to avoid potential conflict that could lead to abandonment. Number 2, emotional overwhelm. BPD can cause intense and rapidly shifting emotions. When feeling overwhelmed by these emotions, someone with BPD may struggle to express themselves or communicate effectively, leading to stonewalling as a way to cope with the emotional turmoil. Number 3, self-preservation. Stonewalling can also be a defense mechanism used to protect oneself from perceived threats or emotional pain. By shutting down or withdrawing, individuals with BPD may believe they are avoiding further harm or distress. If you're dealing with someone who stonewalls you due to BPD, it's important to approach the situation with empathy and understanding as best you can. And I know that is not easy to do. It's very damaging, it's hurtful, it's scary to the person on the recipient end, of someone stonewalling them because they know that the quote unquote opponent is trying to force them to the other side, or force them into getting what it is that they want, or force you into meeting their needs, or they're angry at you, so they want to control you by ignoring you. And that's a painful situation to be in as well. But if you're dealing with a borderline, here are some tips that can help you. So number one, give the borderline their space. Respect their need for space and time to process their emotions. And really, you can apply this to anyone who stonewalls. Pushing for immediate communication may escalate the situation further. Number two, validate their emotions. Let them know that you understand their feelings and that you are there to support them. Validating their emotions can help create a safe environment for open communication. And keep in mind, when someone is stonewalling you, it just means that they're not talking to you. They shut you out. They're not speaking. They're ignoring you. Number three, encourage professional help. And you got to be careful how you do this because people get offended, and even borderlines can be offended by someone thinking that something is wrong with them. They can also have pride, just like anyone else. So suggest seeking therapy or counseling for both individuals involved. Therapy can provide tools and strategies to maintain emotions and improve communication skills. Number four, set boundaries. Establish clear boundaries and expectations for communication. It's important to prioritize your own well-being and ensure that you're not enabling or perpetuating unhealthy patterns, because it's so easy to get into a super toxic, unhealthy pattern of fighting and arguing. Remember that dealing with BPD can be challenging, and seeking support from mental health professionals can be beneficial for both individuals involved in the relationship. So there you have it. So here's another way that I want you to look at this. When it comes to dealing with stonewalling, remember that communication is key. Instead of stonewalling, if you're a person who has BPD, try rocking instead. Instead of shutting down and giving the silent treatment, be open to discussing your feelings and thoughts with your partner, your friend, your colleague. Remember, a little rock and roll can go a long way in resolving conflicts. So, rock and roll can be a metaphor for embracing a more flexible and open-minded approach to conflict resolution. Just like the lively and energetic nature of rock and roll music, adopting this mindset can help create a more harmonious environment. Here's how rock and roll can help in resolving conflicts if you are someone with BPD. Number one, embracing rhythm. Just like a catchy beat, finding a rhythm in communication can help both parties feel heard and understood. Take turns expressing your thoughts and actively listen to each other's perspective. Number two, expressing emotions. Rock and roll is all about channeling emotions through music. Similarly, expressing your emotions in a constructive and respectful manner can help release tension and foster understanding. Number three, collaboration and improvisation. In rock and roll, band members often improvise and collaborate to create something amazing. In conflict resolution, being open to compromise and finding creative solutions together can lead to a more satisfying resolution. Number four, finding common ground. Rock and roll brings people together through shared enjoyment of music. Likewise, finding common ground and focusing on shared goals or interests can help bridge the gap during conflicts. Remember, conflict resolution is not about winning or losing, but about finding a way to move forward together. We gotta fight for that, right? So let's put on some rock and roll attitude and work towards resolving conflicts with a groove. And there you have it, the ultimate guide to BPD stonewalling. We've covered it all, from the causes and effects to the strategies for overcoming it. But remember, knowledge is power, and understanding stonewalling is just the first step towards healing and growth. So, if you're ready to take charge of your relationships and create a more harmonious future, be sure to stay connected for future videos where we explore other intriguing topics. Trust me, you won't want to miss out. Until then, stay curious, stay empowered, and keep striving for a life filled with love and understanding. And if you understand MBTI, Myers-Briggs Type Indicator, check out my book, From ENFJ with Love, which explores the 16 Myers-Briggs personality types. And if you are in a relationship with a borderline and they are stonewalling or doing other things, or you're a borderline and you want to have a better romantic relationship, check out my book, Flip the Script on Love. It explores all things love and tips and strategies and things to help you. And finally, borderlines are not narcissists, but there are some borderlines who are comorbidly narcissistic. So if that's the case, you want to check out my book, The Workplace NaRCISSiST, so you can learn about how narcissists think and how to interact better with them. So check those out. Link in the description box. They're all on Amazon by Tamara and Zyon. And be sure to subscribe so you don't lose my channel. Like the video because it does help those algorithms. And hey, I'm here to help folks. So thank you. I love you all, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.